One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to pass. It's Payne. Caught in the backfield. It's Willis. Still running at the 40. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll move the tight end. The give out of the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's McFadden. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. On the run, fires downfield. And this is going to be incomplete on third. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Looking for a gap. It's Henderson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Anderson wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. There he goes. Got enough for the first down. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And right down the middle.
Syracuse, 3.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Back to throw, it's Payne. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
On the ground, it's Willis. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off. Give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating, too.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Catch in the middle, it's Hall. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Back to pass, it's Payne. The screen, and watch out. To the 10. He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business, first and goal. Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Orange.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Richardson. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Henderson. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
The sure hands, it's Lockett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Makes the grab on the right. Turning it on. At the 30. Inside the touchdown Tigers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's James. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Gets the back moving. Just going to keep it after the snap. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Payne. Shoots it to the left. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Pulls it in. It's McFadden. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Wants to keep it in the air. Caught behind the line. It's Willis. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Using his legs, it's James. He gets it into the red zone, but not quite to the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 18, and it's fourth down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Syracuse looking for the fourth down conversion. Tries to get it on the ground. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cuse. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Richardson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this. He's looking deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Anderson will throw. Unloads to the right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Tigers are flying down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. That's caught. It's Thurman. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
4th down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. First play of the drive comes from the 38. On the run, it's James. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Look out, he's got room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now on the option. And from this angle, I don't think he got the 1st down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Back to throw, it's Payne. Caught over the middle, it's Williams.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Come on, receiver. You can make that play. You do it all the time in practice. Don't come out here on game day and start getting big eyes under the big lights. You got to make that catch.
A run for the quarterback. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Orange converted and picked up that last 1st down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
It's 1st down from the 11. The give to the tailback.
big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Anderson wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Richardson. At the 40, there he goes. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open, make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. It's Turner. Breaks into the open. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably at a field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, Tigers. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
24, Auburn, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's James. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Syracuse, 24, Auburn, 21.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger gain.
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Anderson will throw. Fires left. Got him downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Direct snap. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Boise State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got the tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive lines.
To throw, it's Payne. Under fire. Slings it downfield. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
The Orange will have to punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. So here comes the Auburn offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for room. It's Henderson. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thurman. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Anderson wants to throw. Got his man in the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
The screen, he's got wheels. There he goes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Syracuse.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's James. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the air, it's Payne. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hall. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Lost a throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Syracuse right back at it. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. Motion from the wideout. Here's the handoff. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Quarterback making adjustments. They're throwing for it on 4th down. That's caught. It's Williams. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Give to the running back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that.
Oh, he's got some space. Powers through. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Picks up the first down. The tag, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Have the ball back and ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A designed run for the quarterback. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Loses 3. Brings up 3rd down.
The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this 3rd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires on the move. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Man, you got to like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Anderson will throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Henderson. He's past the 30. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
To the air on first down. He wants to go deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Syracuse right back at it.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one. And all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game.
There he goes. Touchdown, Orange. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Got it in the middle. It's Henderson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can...
Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
49, Syracuse, 32.
Coming out with it, it's James. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Powell. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time but you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Powell. Got the first down and more. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Let's go. On the snap, it's Powell. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense trying to take it back. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
32.
Fielded in the end zone. It's James. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Extending the play. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. Hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been